Hello and a very warm welcome. In today's video we're going to cover some drama. Netflix is set to release the new season, season 7, and yeah, a lot of stories have been coming out what is going to be shown. And the main topic that everyone is talking about at the minute is Christian Horner has called Zac Brown a prick, but the proper word he used was cunt. And there's a lot of talk about it, so I thought I'd react. We'll cover some more as well. Lewis Hamilton's bombshell of moving to Ferrari. Toto very surprised. The latest series of Netflix Formula One hit Drive to Survive revealed the moment that Red Bull team principal Horner called McLaren rival Zac Brown a prick. But yet it has been claimed the original edit was Horner using the word cunt to describe the McLaren chief executive. Now, a lot's been made of it and everyone's slamming Horner. I actually think this is good. I like rivalry. I love Max and George Russell. I love Russell had the balls to take Max on. We need rivalry. Sport nowadays is cuddle your countrymen and it's too nice. We have love bites, we have scones together and we have cup of teas together. Get a bit of rivalry. This is what we need. It's brilliant. I love rivalry in sport. I watch sport for the thrill, the competition. I don't want to see everyone being best mates. Netflix is poised to release the 7th series of its highly acclaimed F1 documentary. I'm not a fan of it. I won't be watching it, but I will be watching the little clips that they put on the shorts just to see what Horner actually said. One of the best clips ever to come out of Drive to Survive was that team meeting. I've got to warn you, you are playing a dangerous fucking game. If a car bottoms out in the wall, that one. If you got a problem, change your fucking car. What Checo's been saying, he hasn't. Speak to my driver. That was one of the best clips. And then Gunter, time to go post buzzing. Yeah, so the 7th series coming out soon ahead of Australia next weekend. The series covers the dramatic events of the 24th season, which saw Red Bull and McLaren battle for both titles. Max obviously saw off Lando to win his 4th title. But yeah, the longest serving team principal, Christian Horner, has called Zac Brown a cunt. I probably called him worse when he was wearing Ferrari and Red Bull caps, to be honest. A number of clashes between Max and Norris, most notably at the Austrian Grand Prix and Mexico, saw tensions flare. They're in a title fight, so obviously there's going to be tense moments there. In one scene of the new Drive to Survive series, Horner is heard describing Zac Brown as a prick, but later, the actual unedited version, it was cunt. Yes. So yeah. It is said that Horner's original insult was removed in the editing process. Of course. We're not actually going to put out what he actually said. We'll just call him a prick instead. Soft wankers, Netflix. Daniel Ricciardo was walking down the Monaco paddock and he went, Netflix are a bunch of cunts, aren't they? And his literal trainer said they won't add that. And they literally added it. So why are they blanking that out? Because they've literally included the C word before. We're adults here. We're not school kids. The 7th season also covers Lewis Hamilton's decision to join Ferrari from Mercedes. Yeah, and a report says Hamilton is seen talking to Sainz in a press conference. And he said, why don't you talk to Toto, to Sainz? And Sainz was like, do you not believe Mercedes are going to win anymore? And he was like, no, I don't think so. Obviously, there's an big news when Lewis joined Ferrari and Max. Wolf on about Max. I haven't talked to him because I promised Lewis not to talk to Max, but I will have the conversation now. Obviously, Lewis didn't want Toto speaking to Max, but obviously Lewis is leaving, so Toto can speak to who he wants. Mercedes were also briefly linked with Carlos Sainz, the driver Hamilton replaced at Ferrari, but Sainz opted to sign a multi-year deal with Williams. Hamilton is heard saying, what about talking to Toto, to Sainz? Sainz, I haven't talked to Toto yet, which makes me feel like if really I had an interest, he would have called me. And then Hamilton is Sainz. You don't think Merck will win again? Do you think they are declining? Hamilton responded, no, I don't think so. So that is pretty damning. All this bullshit about Mercedes not offering Lewis a contract. He left because Mercedes is shit and he doesn't see any progress. It's the top and bottom of it. It's the results-based business. Mercedes, yeah, they've got a very weak lineup, but a bit of drama. I like rivalry. I think a lot's been blown up about this, to be honest. Who cares if Christian Horner called Zach Brown a cunt or a prick? Whichever it was. I think it's brilliant. I welcome rivalry. But, of course, that corrupt man at the top, MBS, he doesn't want swearing, does he? He won't like it when it's aired. Drive to Survive. Drive to Survive, in my honest opinion, does not reflect Formula One at all well. It's like a soap opera, and they just show crash after crash after crash, and they include celebrities who do not have a clue what they're talking about. But they won't get a proper F1 fan on there saying it as it is. Luckily on YouTube we have a platform to say it how it is. I've done many rants on the channel. I will continue to call things out. I think this is good. I think it's brilliant for Formula One. Get a bit of rivalry. George and Max, the divide in the fan base, brilliant. George called Max out, brilliant. Had a pair of bollocks to do so. And some of what he said was true. No one's really took Max on. George took him on. But yeah, obviously Russell was a little bitch in getting Max a penalty at Qatar. So yeah, I've got my own opinions on George. I don't think I can say them on YouTube. But yeah, he definitely bats for the other team, I think. But yeah. Comment down below your thoughts. Are you going to watch Drive to Survive? I mean, it's dramatised bullshit that doesn't really reflect well on Formula One at all. Doesn't really... It's just show crashes, show real stuff that doesn't happen. They're hyping up a title fight that never was. They're hyping up the team principals. Oh, big drama between Horner and Brown. I mean, it was barely a title fight and McLaren nearly bottled the constructors. I mean, yeah... Comment down below your thoughts. Adios. Adios, amigos.